Hi, everybody. Today for Sunday Funday, we're going to see how I draw a Narwhal Princess. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that you'll take to the Sharpie portion of the video. There will even be one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. So, I'm making this up. It's Sunday Funday, I can do whatever I want. So, I'm drawing a Narwhal Princess. Not a unicorn, but narwhal. Why narwhal? Because this is how I draw, and I can do whatever I want. So, I don't know, I just thought it'd be more fun. But, I mean, she's just going to have a horn, you know what I mean? So it's not anything specific like, oh, she's going to be under the water, or, you know, anything like that. I mean, that would make more sense, right? But hey, again, this is what I want to do. So, oh, and you know, since it's what I want to do, I'm going to make her a little more plump. So I'm not going to draw just like a stick figure character. Let's see, that might be back a little too far. Hang on. I'm going to give her some, you know, thickness just because I can. Because not everybody is Captain America. Not everybody is Wonder Woman. You know, I mean, people have meat on their bones. And so I'm going to draw a character with some meat on her bones. I'm not a thin guy. So, I don't know. I just thought I'd do it. Why not, you know? Let's, wow. Again, I've said this many times. I'm not a writer. I don't have good words. So, what I'm trying to say is let's, you know, I want to say like keep it real, but, I mean, it's a Narwhal Princess. How real is that? You know what I mean? So I can't boast too much about keeping it real. So what I meant is keep it, what's the word? Variety. You know, keep the variety up of doing different stuff. Okay. So also, I think I'm gonna have her like throwing the peace sign. You know. Hold on, I'm looking in the mirror just to see, because this is the most difficult hand gesture. So I just want to make sure I get it right. And what I'm probably going to have to do is, let's see. Let's see, how do I... Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm probably going to have to leave some of these pencil lines in. Because I erase a lot. Sorry, I get quiet whenever I start thinking. I erase a lot, so the Sharpies will stand out. But for this one, I'm probably going to have to leave some of those lines in, so it'll you know, so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, and so let's see, what can I do for her outfit? We'll give her like a little cape, you know, a little sparkle jewel, holding her cape together. That's hanging over like that. Drawing her a little thick, not drawing a thin little girl. Drawing a full-sized woman. All right, and I think what I'm going to do too is I'm going to give her like some arm gauntlets that have like studs all over them. You know, like some big I want to say like big knuckle bruiser studs, but that doesn't make any sense, right? In my brain it does. In my brain it does. That's why I say it. Okay, let's see, and for her waist, let's give her, let me see, let me draw out the legs real fast. There's her knee. And boots. Let's give her boots. You know how I like my boots. So I can draw some creases and folds, you know? What was I gonna say? A skirt. Yeah. Let's give her like a flowing skirt, you know? Let's see, and this one's going to be hanging down like this. And go around like that. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let me draw this back leg. And I've got it kind of positioned behind the other one. The waist's kind of resting back on it. Something like that. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. How's yours coming out? Mine's awesome. Okay. So now let's give her a face and a horn. Something like that. Okay. So let me divide the face up into its portions for proportions. Okay. I'm going to round her face out a little bit too. You know, again, she doesn't have to be perfectly thin princess, you know? Let's see. Okay. I like that. Let me try to do something, think of something with her hair. We'll make it long, kind of flowing. Something like that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Oh, let me finish up the details. I just kind of sketched out places for eyes. I didn't really draw some. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. So that's good for me. I'm going to switch over. Nope. Let me erase some of this. I just forgot about that. I want the Sharpie to stand out, not all this pencil sketch. So I have to erase some of this. I have to be careful because I need to clean my eraser. Because it's smearing it. Ooh. Okay, that took a lot out, but that's okay. That's good. I can still see it. That's all right. So, yeah, so let's switch over. You know what? Let me see something real fast. Let me check the camera. Let's see. Right there is still dead on. Okay. There's the toe. Still in. Okay. All right. Got to make sure I don't fall off the camera page there. So, I say we start with the Sharpies. Let's welcome everybody that skipped to this Sharpie portion. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do something every single day and you can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen is a little finer than the fine point and I can control the line widths much better. So I'm going to start with this for the face. I've already sketched the entire thing out and erased the darker line, so I have a faint ghost of an image that's there that I can work with. So I am going to start with the eyes and build my way out, okay? And so what I was telling everybody, I'm going to do the top of the lids. What I was telling everybody in the sketch portion is that it's a little high. So let me try to fix that real fast. I'm doing more of a plump Narwhal Princess. There we go. I'm not doing a super thin, Disney princess. I'm doing a someone with a bigger body, and that's okay, Ooh, it's a little thin. So I can't really do too much of the pupil. I can, but it's going to kind of disappear. But that's okay. I'm just going to keep working, okay? So, I got to angle myself. I've got her head angled like this, so that's why I'm trying to get the eyes parallel this way. So, I'm going to give her like a little bit of a cat eye, but I'm not going to draw the underside of the eye. I'm just going to come in just a little bit like that and give her a little bit of makeup like this. Just to indicate that it's makeup, because these Sharpies will bleed too much, so I have to be careful with what I put. So I can't come in and draw the underside of the eye. This side's pretty dark. I apologize that it already started to bleed together, so that's as much as I can get in before it's going to start to bleed all over itself. So let me see if I can round that off a little bit more. I'll try to do this one like that one. Okay, we'll stick with that. We'll stick with that. So now I'm going to give her an eyebrow. Something like that. And then something like this. And so I can't go too far because, like I said, I'm going to start to bleed. And I can't draw much for the bridge of the nose. So I'm going to do just a little bit of a line like that. Maybe another one over here, but that's as far as we can go. So for the nose, I'm just going to draw the underside like this. Okay? Not everybody has a perfect nose, and this is the nose we're giving her. I say it's perfect. We'll draw a little bit of the bulb of the front of the nose, something like that, and stop there. I don't want to go any further because I don't want it to bleed. So I'm going to draw her mouth, and I'm going to give her a little bit of a smile on this end right there. I'm going to draw the top lip, draw the bottom lip, and leave it like that. Okay? So now you can see the angle I have her face at. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and draw her chin like this. And I'm going to work my way up, and like I was talking about in the sketch, she's got a little bit of a thicker face because she's, got a thicker body. So I'm just going to kind of bring it up around like this, and that's where her side of her head's going to be. And I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit too, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, it's going to be a huge difference. It's going to be a big thick difference of line width. So I'm going to try to match what's about to happen, basically is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm going to come over here and do this side of the face. And then draw some hair, because I got the hair kind of flowing like that. And I already have the sketch there telling me where it's going to go. So that tells me that I can only draw so much of it anyway. So here I'm going to see how it's all jagged right there. I'm going to kind of fix that with playing around with the thickness here. All right. So that's kind of another trick that when you're thickening stuff up, you can kind of straighten out some edges here. So let's draw her horn before I go any further. I don't want to forget about that and start messing up the hair or accidentally draw through it from where I was going to draw the hair. So I'm just going to pick a spot like right here. That's about good center for me. My sketch is over here, but I'm having to recalibrate. I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to kind of bump up when I go up, just to kind of give it that narwhal edge to it, because it's not a smooth thing, right? Because actually it's not even a horn, right? It's like this weird growth, something like that. So I'm going to start to thicken some of this up too, because like I said, what I was saying earlier with that Sharpie, I want it to kind of all blend together, And I'll go ahead and add just a few like strange lines going across, like horn lines, something like that. Okay, I love it. Mine's coming out great. How's yours coming out? Awesome. Okay, so let's build on this. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the hair. I'm going to bring the hair down. Let's say we'll part her hair over here. And so that way we can bring it down like this and just kind of start building on it. Oh, let's work back on what we're doing here. So I'm going to go up like this and then draw the inside of her hair kind of in like that. So see, it was kind of tucked under. Does that make sense? Okay, so like I said, I'm going to part her hair on the side right there. And I'm just kind of building back to where I want it to be. Okay? And I'm just kind of playing around with some hairlines. I'm not going to draw every hairline. I want to. You know, I love drawing hair. It's so much fun, but you know, I gotta be careful. As I say that as I do more, because I want color to take care of a lot of it, and again, this will bleed, so I can't do every single line, you know. But what's funny is every time I say that, I start doing more. Every time I say I can't do it, I shouldn't be doing it, I do it, you know. All right, I just draw more of the hairline right there. So let's go ahead and bring this around too. So I'm gonna, let's see how I can do this. Do something like that. Just play around with these lines. Okay, I like that. I like that. And you should like it. Do you like yours? You should always like what you're doing, right? Okay, so I'm going to build an edge right here so I can stop drawing all these lines. There we go. Scoot back over to the other side. I can't turn my paper like you guys probably can whenever you're drawing. I have to move with it. So, okay, I'm going to draw a few more lines real fast, then stop and switch over to this Sharpie. So, something like this. Okay, I'm going to stop right there while I can before I go too far. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and draw her neck like this. And see how much thicker this is? That's why I was trying to match it and get ready for that. So let's draw like a little, some kind of jeweled something. Here, let's go ahead and do this. Let's just give it a little extra baboozle, you know? Baboozle. 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 Just a little something, because this is, she's a Narwhal Princess. So she's got like, you know, bedazzlement and adornment is the word I'm looking for. She's adorned with jewelry and baubles. Something like that. All right, we created something, okay? Again, this is Sunday Funday. We get to do whatever we want. There's no rules here. So now I'm going to give her like a little cape. So I'm going to attach it like this, attach that there, and I'm going to draw the bottom edge of the cape like this, and draw the top edge. And I've got this arm up, so I'm going to have this shoulder kind of getting in the way. Where we see it's over her shoulder here, but it's behind her shoulder over there. And so I'll just do like a few little lines like that for the cape. Don't let me forget to draw a small little cape here. I didn't sketch it out, but I got to put something, you know? So let's draw her hand up. And I've got this hand up, you know, throwing the peace signs. So I'm going to draw her bicep over like this. And I can draw, okay, so here, let me do this. How do I want to do this? Let's draw, let's see if I can draw the little, I know this seems like they're floating, but I want these first. So on her wrist, I'm drawing like a gauntlet, and it's got like beaded studs all over it, you know? That's what I'm trying to go for. So I want to draw those edges first. So I can come over here and draw up, and I didn't want to draw through them on accident. That's why I want to draw that first. Okay? And so I'm going to draw this edge over here, and then I'm going to draw another set around these. And so I just want to make sure like that wasn't going to go through. So I can draw the ones in the back that are back behind that edge of the arm piece. Something like that, you know, just a little studded something. Okay, and again, I'm going to thicken up this outer layer just to kind of match that Sharpie edge, like that. Okay, here we go. So now I can get back to what we were doing. So we'll draw the bottom of the arm whenever we work this way. Right now, let's work up here on the hand. So I've got the hand throwing the peace sign. Kind of looks like this. So bear with me. We're going to draw the back of her hand to the pinky, and then draw the pinky down like this, and draw the other finger. But before I draw that down, I got to draw the thumb, which is over all that. Okay? Now I can draw the other finger underneath it, draw the thumb over, and the meat of the hand, that part right there. And I'll draw some detail in there in a second. I just want to get the basic outline of these. So draw the middle finger and the first finger like that. Okay, so now that we got that, I'm going to add just a few little extra lines just to show, you know, that her hand is curled over like that. Okay, and so let's see, we'll draw like a line like that, something like this. It's not perfect, you know, but it's working with Sharpies. That's about as close as we're gonna get. All right. Okay, I'm gonna stop there before I go crazy. I want to draw a whole bunch of more lines, but I want to stop. All right, so let's draw the back of her arm. So I'm gonna come down to her elbow right there and draw her back of her arm like this. Okay, and so because her arm's up, her breast is going to be right here, but it's going to be connected to the where the shoulder is. So I'm going to come up here like this, draw her breast to her stomach, and I'm going to draw her stomach down to her waist. And her waist, I'm going to go ahead and close it off because I've got her wearing like a skirt piece. So I'm going to go ahead and close it off like this. And like I said, she's a more full-figured girl, so don't worry about trying to draw super thin. And I'm going to come up here for her chest. And so her arm, let's see, so let's draw, so her breasts are going to be over here like this, coming back up, and that's where her arm is going to be, like connected to her armpit right there. And so her arm's going to come over here like this, but I've got it on her hip, her hand on her hip. So let's draw the hand real fast. And because it's like resting on her hip like this, we're drawing the back of the hand. And see, that pinky's curled around. That's all you can really see because it's the top of it. Okay, and so there's her wrist. And so we're going to do the same thing like we did over there. We're going to draw the beads of the gauntlet, the arm piece. And I'm kind of staggering them, but you know, it's not always going to be like that. It may be off. All right, I think that's good. And then I can draw extra pieces, right? So I'm going to come over like this. And see, that's perfect example of what I was trying to do there. Make sure that I draw them first so I don't draw through them, you know? Okay. All right, so now I'm going to draw the extra that are behind the edge, like that. That makes sense? I'm going to thicken them up. Same thing, I'm going to thicken these up just to match that Sharpie, you know? All right, so now we just finish her arm. So we're going to do the shoulder to the bicep to her elbow like this. We'll go ahead and just connect that right there. That's all we got to do. And sorry about all that noise. My pencil is knocking around. So now we're going to draw her skirt. Her skirt is, we're going to flow it, and then I'm going to draw that cape like I was talking about before I forget. So the skirt, I'm just going to kind of flow out like this. Same thing here. I'm going to bring this down here. It's going to throw her hips kind of wide. So I've got it doing something like this. And again, we're going to draw just some kind of connector. Something for her middle skirt piece thing. So let's draw, I tell you what, let's draw like a little, like not a bow, but like a ribbon, you know, like a, let's see. I'm making this up as I go. I didn't even plan for this, so I'm just doing something like this. You know, and I'm going to draw the other side coming out like that, like this, and then draw, let's see. I didn't even plan for this, so something like that, like a bow, and we'll just draw these ends like wrapped around, you know? Something like that. There we go. I'm going to draw the ends like if it was tied in or something. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Let's give this a little center. Perfect. All right, there we go. Little extra detail I didn't plan, but we're making it work. Now, before I do the rest, I'm going to draw her little cape just hanging down because I always forget that. So this one's coming down here. It's going through there. You can't quite see it, so I'm just going to kind of do something like this. Draw this side just kind of like that. You know, and I just wanted to do that before I forget because I know I was going to forget and that would make no sense. So I'm going to draw the inside of her, this little skirt that I've got hanging down, and draw this side like that. And so now I can draw her legs and try not to forget the inside of that skirt. Okay, so I've got this leg in front, like this, down to the boot. And here's the other side of the leg, going up like that. And then I'm going to draw, let's draw the boot. Let's finish this up. So I'm going to come down, and her legs, her foot is at an angle, but straight at you. So there's the heel. Here's the toe. Okay. And I'm going to draw just some little details like I like to do, like a little, what do you call it? Crease and fold. My favorite creases and folds. There's the top of the boot. And we'll add like a little knee. And give it some, you know, oops, I shouldn't have gone into that, but oh well. And some, you know, material folds. Alright, so let's draw the other leg. And it's kind of back behind that one. So it's the hips going through there. It's coming down this way. Going in like that. The back of the leg is coming like this. It's back behind this one at an angle. So I'm going to draw, that's where the boot is too. So I'm going to draw the heel like this. You can't really see the edge of it because it's back behind it. So we're going to go back, pretend it's back that way. Draw this angle like that. And we're going to draw it out behind the boot like that. So see, it's kind of at an angle. All right. So again, we're going to draw just some creases and folds for the inside of the boot. And then there's the toe like that. We'll say that's the heel right there, which is that heel like that. And before I forget, like I always do, oh, let's draw like that, you know, the outside of the cape. Before I forget, like I always do, let's draw the inside of the cape. I do this every time. Something like that. This one's coming in like this. Like that. See, I always forget that back side, the back side of the cape. All right. All right, so there we go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is the Narwhal Princess. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.